Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, but the real star of today's show is Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. And we call it Hump Day because it's always been on a Wednesday, the third Wednesday of every month. But due to obligations with none other than Road to Indy, Ricmotech had to postpone and change the date for Ricmotech Hotlap Hump Day. So, not sure if we're going to change the name or if it's just going to always be Hump Day. But here we are. And we are in the VW, the Volkswagen Beetle Rallycross car at Tskuba. And with me today, you are going to hear the voice of Jeff Jacobs filling in for Kevin Ford. Jeff Jacobs, another one of the admins and announcers over there at Extreme Motorsport. He's been on the show before. As well as that, you're going to have above me, Robby Unser. Robby Unser is here today as well. I'm going to turn their mics on in a moment. And then over there is Little King Elvis Rankin. You want to challenge? Are you faster than a little kid? This kid is an alien, and he's only, I think he's 12 or 13 years old. We're going to have to check in and find out if he had a birthday, if he's a teen yet. He's not even a teen, and he's faster than almost all of us. But here we are at Tskuba. The password today, do I still have it saved? There it is Mini Might. Mini Might is the password. Anybody looking to join us for Hot Lap Hump Day? There is the password. The car, the track, they're both free content, so anybody can join us. And I want to thank Frank Rico for putting on and hosting these events. Should be a fun event. We are running in qualifying mode, so if you get an incident, it will discount your lap. And then we will have a shootout race at the very end to declare our winner for the night. Let me go ahead and unmute the mic and see what these guys are up to.
I think it is a rolling start.
Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to say hello.
Hey!
We're live, so anything you say
can and will be used against you?
That absolutely.
I'll say this. I've been searching for my password for 10 minutes, and I've not gotten anything.
You didn't get
my password.
You're not alone.
You didn't get the password, Elvis?
No, I still have it.
You should watch my stream. I just gave it out to the whole world.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Hey, Robby, how you liking your mini might?
Please, somebody give me the
Wait,
password.
What kind of wheel is that?
I think it's a Mini Might.
Mini Might, that's what you got.
A Mini Might. Oh.
Wow. Huh.
I've got one of those actually. I love it.
Another Mini Might.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know, I've heard people call.
We could use for password if we're got so many Mini Mites on the board.
I know. I've heard people
Is
even
that
call.
seriously the password?
I've even heard people call Elvis Mini Might.
Are
Yes.
you serious? That's the password?
That is the password.
Are you
It
serious?
is. It is.
Now the question is, am I allowed to enter the track yet?
Oh, but Elvis, the session may be full.
Get out of here, Jeff.
Simcana. Which setup are you use? I don't see a setup for this place.
You guys are gonna...
It's in, I found it in iRacing setup sync.
Oh, you're using that tricky stuff.
Yeah.
Elvis, did you hook up your e-brake, your handbrake?
I'm gonna have to as a clutch pedal so I can control it. Hey guys, it's Lonnie.
Hey, Lonnie.
Hey, Lonnie!
All
How's
right.
it going?
It is going well. How are you? Are you ready to do some crazy cars?
No, don't even go there, Shaun. No. I'm not a fan.
You will be by the end.
No, because last time I drove these cars, I had to recalibrate my clutch, and I missed like 5 shifts in the sports car series race.
I don't
Like on the
use.
straightaway, then I usually miss 0. So I'm gonna have to like.
I don't use the clutch.
I'm not gonna use the clutch on these either, but I'm gonna use the clutch as a handbrake.
Oh, I don't use the handbrake, to be honest with you.
Oh wait, it's on payment. It doesn't matter.
Whoa. Oh gosh, that's gonna cost a fender.
Do these things have the new damage model?
I don't know. Whoa, what happened there? I am on the wrong. Did I not turn on my? Hold on a second.
Okay, this is embarrassing. How did Lonnie get in before me? Hey now, watch it. Like, I've been sitting here for 15 minutes asking for the password. Have I got it? No. You got it. Yeah, I finally did. Oh, jeez.
I love the sound these cars make.
What is this?
Car on your left.
These things are so tight. This track is not free, is it?
Yeah. So is
Oh,
the
I've
car.
driven this track before in an MX-5.
Oh, jeez. I almost took Lonnie out.
Oh, sorry.
No, I almost hit you.
I got nothing.
So anybody watching, password is Minimite.
You got that, Elvis?
Yeah, I'm already in.
Hey, it looks like pretty favorable weather in the sim there too. Some good track conditions. Not too greasy.
Shaun,
87
What are you
degrees.
doing?
Right side, clear.
Sorry. Oh,
I had to change that.
Is-
That's 10 push-ups.
Oh. What did I say? Is my stream a little jerky? I wonder if I have to turn off. You know, I think it's my internet. Let me see what OBS is doing. I think it might be YouTube. Let me see what's going on my end. I know I was having a problem the other day with the
Robby,
other
share the setup
computer.
you're running?
I'm not showing any drop frames.
Please.
Everything's looking good.
You have it, no?
Um,
All right.
No. I
I'll
don't think
show
so.
what I'm on. I just showed what
I'm gonna try to turn down my bit rate
I'm on.
and see if this
That's out of
helps.
stage.
Oh, I can't do that while it's outputting.
Does it actually turn?
It does. You got to drive it right.
I seem to be doing better in the grass than I do on the actual track.
That's pretty normal for this car. That didn't work. Oh, there we go. We just dropped our bit rate. We'll see if that helped. Or am I just asking this computer to do too much? I thought I had enough computer to do this.
I can see it rotates better, but still. Be tight in the center.
Yeah, it's all-wheel drive car. It's gonna be.
When are we ever gonna run the Miata in one of these? Or the Mustang?
That's what Lonnie keeps saying.
I'll take that. I'll put a vote up for that. Run those at... Run the Miatas at Rogue. Everybody will enjoy that.
Well, that's funny, Elvis. I thought for sure you'd say add Bristol.
Yeah, I want Bristol. I'll take Missy Bristol. Everybody knows that. I'll take me Bristol. This track has a ton of pavement. What does this do? I'm not a fan of this right now.
You don't think this is an appropriate wheel rim for this driving discipline?
No.
I'm
not
on it.
talking, just saying this.
No, I'm talking to the chat. I'm on a Formula rim.
Oh.
Me too.
I have got nothing.
I'm starting to think in the modern era, this is just going to be the only thing they use on any kind of race car, though.
I think it's on the chip. And this is qualifying too, and we're gonna get off tracks and not count our laps.
That's how it's supposed to be. It's
Yep.
just hard for Kevin to police everything. Or Jeff in today's game. I'd like to welcome Jeff Jacobs to the stream. Filling in
Shaun,
for
glad to be here. Yeah, thanks.
Kevin today. And what do you think of this silly combination?
Oh, this is gonna be a blast. And you know, the cool thing about some of these Ricmotech Humpday challenges, even though we're doing it on a Saturday instead of a Wednesday, but you get these unique combinations that I think kind of level the playing field. You know, it really, you know, like Elvis was saying, you haven't driven this track before, and I'm sure most folks haven't driven this combination before. So it's going to make it quite the challenge.
Okay, well, I've managed to get a lap. That's pretty good.
The password for anyone watching who'd like to join us for that crazy combination is Minimite. Elvis's new nickname.
No.
No?
No.
It's better than 2.5, isn't it?
2.5.
your wheel.
Oh.
I upgraded your nickname over your actual wheel.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I think I'm gonna have to turn my force
Got a good
feedback
time.
down.
Why-
Even though I'm fastest, I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
at all.
that sounds like a. I mean,
Elvis, tell us how you really feel about.
Yeah, get your mom to get you a little bucket so we can.
It's just it doesn't turn the center.
Well, work on the setup.
You're asking
Yeah.
me to do that.
Yes, Tom
I-
Jones.
That's
I
like
haven't
telling a deer
had-
to climb a tree.
Sorry,
haven't had you- I
David.
don't remember you asking me to change anything. All I hear is crying.
Good point, good point, good point.
Oh, I don't know if pepperoni pizza was the lunch for Hot Lap Hump Day.
Get out of here. Stop making me hungry. That's the one way you can beat me is food.
Food?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
We'll see about that.
And even that sometimes is slim.
What? And with that, you think you can eat more than me?
Yeah, not a fan.
Of pizza?
No. What do you think I'm talking about?
Car on your left.
I think you might be talking about the car. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep to the right. Clear.
I can find a setup.
Good, I gave you one to put you on the pole, right
I
out of the
changed
box.
I didn't run that one.
I'm calling BS.
I didn't. I'll send you the photo. I did not run it.
Left side.
What'd you run?
VRS
Still
setup.
there. Hold your line. Clear.
Ah.
Left side. Stay on the right. Clear. Left side. Clear on the left.
And there's gonna be how many people in the final? Or is that undisclosed yet?
I don't know if it's even been decided.
We haven't heard where you qualify yet.
Aye.
Slow down.
Oh, it gave me a slowdown for that? Crap. Oh, Tom Jones is saying, Shaun, there's no way you could be as quick as Elvis. He has those youngster reflexes. Prove me wrong. And then he said, prove him wrong.
Let's go. Somebody's got my back.
So they just called you old.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, now that you put it that way. Hey, Frank.
Yes.
You should tell us all why we're here on a Saturday instead of a Wednesday.
Sure, be glad to. So, Ricmotech has created the Ricmotech e-racing management division, and we're conducting races for Road to Indy and for Mazda Motorsports for the MX-5 Cup for their real-world drivers. And the Road to Indy is being held on Wednesday night. So as a result, everybody's most of the guys that are present to run this event are not available on Wednesdays. So we've changed it to Saturday. And this might be long-term because Road to Indy is going to continue to run that series.
You mean they're not looking to the switch as soon as real life gets back to normal?
No, they're gonna quit doing the races in real life, and they're only I'm kidding.
I was about to say.
They're retiring all those cars.
Right.
Oh my.
But yeah, so anybody interested in watching, it's being broadcast on the Apex Racing TV channel. It's Wednesday night. Starts at 6:35. Is it, Robbie?
I believe, yeah.
Jeff? Yeah. 6:35. We go green, and there's a full broadcast. It's also being broadcast on MAV TV in Canada, on cable TV.
All right, awesome.
And anybody interested in the MX-5 series, that's Tuesday night. Starts at 7, shortly after 7.
This
And
is when
also, what was that?
No, I was just saying, this is when Kevin would plug the sports car series. This is when that plug would come. Jeff, come on.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's it's a full calendar. You know, you've got the Road to Indy series. You get the Battery Tender Mazda series, and those you really have to be already involved in the real life series to participate in. But then we've got our Monday night series too, which has expanded now to 3 different programs. We've got our Mustang and Mazda program, which is called the Sprint, Classic Sprint series, and then usually followed the next week by the GT4 Porsche and the TCR Audi. And that's our new sports car series, featuring those 2 classes. And then, of course, we're continuing on. In fact, we have races 7 and 8 coming up in the GT Challenge series, featuring the GTE and GT3 cars on iRacing. And man, that series sold out. More than 50 drivers competing in those 2 classes, has made for some really exciting races. The next one in Barcelona in 2 weeks, so we're really looking forward to that. Well, Elvis, for all the complaining, I see you've got the top spot there, a 54.901. The top time to beat. Boy, you just put a...
I like how you missed that brief moment where I was number 1. I know Elvis knows.
I saw you improve right after.
I was about to go take another pizza break. Oh, I'm number 1. Pizza.
If I could get this thing to rotate in the center, I could go way faster. It's just a slow
You and the
corner, so I
whole
could-
field.
It's those slow corners, just trying to figure out to get it to where it can bite. Because then it's just so tight off.
It's patience of getting back to the gas is what it requires.
Something that I just love doing. At least one of the top 5 favorite things. Maybe even top 3.
Have you run Barcelona?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be patient there on the corners. They're so long, right?
In a Mazda though.
In anything. I mean, because they're so long. It's like you want to touch that gas pedal, but you can't, right?
I like Barcelona though. And the MX-5 is good. If you're having a good 90 and then Stuff with
Well, I'll
COVID.
tell you what, Shaun, we got a group of drivers here from Scandinavia, according to their club listing on iRacing, and one of those drivers, Simon Birch Christensen, has taken the top spot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, Jeff!
a 54.518. How about that? Oh, no, forget that. Just dropped another 3/10, a 54.243.
Holy moly.
Flying out there.
Great. Who let them in?
Yeah, I gotta dig the paint job that Simon has going on there too. He's got the Herbie the Love Bug paint job.
All right. Well, that makes it
going.
better.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
What was it?
Rather unique braking characteristics out here for this car. You've got to get it just right. It's easy to overpower those tires.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Nah. You can, PS4, if you hit Alt K, you'll see the blue halo goes around all the movable items on iRacing. And then if you click on the blue around it, you can drag them around. That's how I'll move things periodically for certain streams, depending on layouts that I'm doing. How much fuel am I running on this thing? Because it seems like the tires don't last all that long.
It's on the old tire model.
I wonder if those fast guys are using the handbrake. I get no luck with the handbrake.
Me neither.
Oh, it's all good. PS4, we've all been there, and I forget things like that. I actually had a note on my screen. Oh, right here. You can't see it right there. Alt
Yeah, I
K,
see
move
Jose
menus.
Cabrera has joined the connection here. He's one of our
You've got about
GTC
5
drivers. He'll be
fuel.
running
Left
next
side,
Monday night
clear.
at Barcelona with us.
Sorry,
See
Doug.
him joining. Oh, and Tyler Maxon in, the number 14 VW. We'll see how Tyler does as he gets out there. Well, Elvis and Shaun, I see you guys holding down second and third places there, still separated by just over a tenth and a half. David Grunhill is running in fourth.
Yeah, he's super
Yeah.
fast.
Robby doing a nice job there, running sixth overall at the moment. And I see we've got Lonnie there. She's in the top 10 and in ninth.
Just ran a lap.
Yeah, I had to go in and configure the setup here first. It's either been a long time since I've run this car or I haven't run it at all, but it looks like a hoot.
Crap.
Change force feedback. That's
Too high?
no, I'm running oval force feedback.
I think I might need to make a profile for my wheel for this car. I'm using... I don't even know what I'm using. I'd have to leave the room to do it, though.
How?
How?
Which room are you on?
I'm on a Sim Experience AccuForce.
Oh, you're on an AccuForce? How is it?
Oh, I love this wheel. Tommy
Yeah,
from the
bunch of
Bronx. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you. That is awesome. You rock. Do I just live on iRacing? No, I actually only do 3 race series a week, I guess. And I don't really practice for them. I just jump in. But I've been not getting to the other sims as much as I'd like. I've been meaning to play a little more Assetto Corsa, a little more R Factor. But time is short. There's only 7 days in a week, I've realized.
Shaun, it's coronavirus. You got all the time in the world.
All the time in the world.
What gear are you guys running?
What?
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 What gear, the final drive gear?
Don't know. The one Robby sent me.
Wait, whoa. How do you fail tag? Oh, that's how you... That's sick, Iris. What was that? Let's say Iris. That's me.
How much then are you?
Killing.
What? Where you at? I hear you. I don't see you. Oh, I'm off the track. Come on, Cole. Get it together.
You ripping the handbrake, Robby?
I did there.
I do have a really nice Ricmotech handbrake. I can go install it really quick. Wow. I like ACC. And you know, one of my big debates right now in sim racing, should I mute when I go into my monologues because people ask me questions on the stream, you guys?
No.
But I really, you know, I'm really torn right now using GT3 cars as an example. But GT3 cars, from every driver I've ever heard talk about them, real life, not myself, I've never driven a GT3 car, or a GT3 race car, but is that they are so sticky to the ground that it is really difficult to make them break loose. And in iRacing, you get a GT3 car, and I would never use the word too much grip or tough to get to break loose in describing any car on the entire library of iRacing. And I still haven't decided if it's just me over-exceeding the boundaries of the tire, or if it's just that iRacing is inherently impossible compared. I think ACC does a really good job of getting a car balance that feels right, and an overall tire model that feels fairly okay, and the car is grippy and race like that. But then it's ACC, and you have this, oh, if you just take the outside line, there's like some secret phantom grip out there to keep you on the track, and just some arcadiness to it that has me still
But
coming
where
back
you
to
are
iRacing.
setup-wise, Elvis?
There's some shared ones in the box.
Ooh, I've been knocked back to 4th
Which one are you
place.
The one that's fastest.
Elvis, you've been
But
knocked back to
of
2nd.
Which one? And this will be the last time I ask.
Oh, shoot.
Are you
Shaun
on?
just pulled out in front of me, so I can't see F3. Birch? I think that's how you say it, Birch.
Birch? It's in the shared?
Oh, Bert shared one? Well,
Nice.
I'd be a fool to not jump into that real quick.
Is that what you set your fast time on?
No, I set it on the VRS Sonoma. I don't know, I like Sonoma a little better. At least the brake bias in Sonoma.
Ah! Crap.
Well, Frank, if you're still there, do you have anybody running on the sim rig at the shop today?
Not in this Not in this challenge, no.
Okay, okay.
However, Jaime Gabaldoni, that is running the MX-5 Cup, is here practicing for Tuesday's race.
Oh, terrific, terrific. And we had a really exciting race in that battery tender series at Road America. What an amazing finish. I think we had, 6 drivers running nose to tail on the final lap after 40 minutes of racing. And man, it was that final corner. The drivers got around clean, but it was some close racing right to the finish line there. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a little bit better.
Oh, Elvis back up into the second spot there. Nice job, Elvis. Still need about 4/10 to take that top spot, but yeah, jumped right ahead of David. David's sitting about 3/10 behind Elvis. Top time is still a 54.1. And Elvis sitting there on a 0.5. David's got a 54.8. Multi in there with a 54.8 as well. Robby Unser a 55.0. He stuck up there into 5th. Lonnie Unser a 55.0. And Shaun Cole a 55.0. So,
I leave you
man.
guys for a month and you guys find a ton of speed.
Good job. And looks like for our top 10 spots right now, 55.699 is kind of the cutoff to be running in the top 10 at the moment. That'll give folks an idea of the target.
Oh, I'm here. Jeez, come on, Cole.
Just for the record, just in case anyone's curious, I still don't like this.
These are some of my favorite cars in the whole world.
I like them on dirt. On pavement, just no.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Anyway, this one's jumped.
Oh, come on, turn.
That sounds like it in real life.
Sounds about right.
That's how I normally talk to these.
It's now a 5? Where did this come from? John, would you consider yourself a hot lapper?
No, I'm a better racer than Hot Lapper.
Then what happened last week? Or last month?
I made a very uncharacteristic mistake of myself.
Hold your line. Clear.
Oh, okay.
No, I find that I race very consistent and I don't wear out tires as bad as most people. Probably comes from that I did a lot of oval racing before I got into road racing.
You did a lot of what?
Oval racing before I got into road racing, and it made me very
Yeah.
tire wear conscious.
Yeah, that thing will bite you bad for tire wear.
I think I got
Shaun up to third there with a 54.5 also. Welcome to the 54 club. Nice.
Thank you, thank you. I think I got a cold tire snap oversteer that race, I think, if memory serves correctly. It was like just one of those funky moments, pushing too hard on cold tires. Uh-oh, it started choppy again? Man, maybe this whole plan isn't going to work out. I put a lot of work into this for this to not work. I'm going to have to give some thought to where the hiccup may be. Let's see what our OBS looks like at this point. I had to take 5. I'm starting to sweat. I need to put on some sweat shorts. I'm not showing any drop frames. CPU usage is only 15%, which is pretty amazing, being that we're streaming and racing on triples.
Yeah.
I think that any choppiness that you're seeing right now is YouTube, but YouTube's been really bad since this whole everyone at home thing. They didn't seem to care and up their bandwidth or increase servers. And the end result is YouTube. I notice a lot of video I watch on YouTube goes fuzzy and then comes back and goes fuzzy and comes back. That's all I can think of right now. We're going to have to keep our eye on it. I'm not ready to buy a new system. I'm not even sure I can. I'm kind of on like a state-of-the-art i7 with a water-cooled 2080 Ti. I'm not really sure there's much more I can do. Alright, so I'm going to turn off my camera, turn off my mic. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, and I'm going to put it on... Let's see here. I'm going to put on Robby. So we can watch him out there in that red, blue, and aqua. Oh, that looks like Elvis in the Hooter car.
Aren't I on a chrome car?
Yeah, Robby's in a chrome car.
Let me control R on this. Maybe my trading paints didn't do anything? No?
This thing needs to just have. This thing loves late apexes.
Yeah. Alright. And it loves its first lap, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing Robby in a all chrome car. That's pretty cool.
The Scrum.
Nice.
Yeah, my trading paints is
Oh
on.
my gosh!
Why?
This is just the best part about the hump days, you know.
Why am I not
My
seeing
favorite.
your car? That's sucky. No. Alright, then we're not gonna watch you. No.
Robby got away on that one.
Actually, we're gonna put it on Simon. You guys are gonna watch Herbie the Love
might
Bug.
as well, absolutely. Bring
Yeah,
our leader out
yeah.
there. 54.103 at his top time.
Dang. Later, dude. I mean, geez.
Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back, everybody. I leave you with Simon Birch and the likes of Robby, Elvis, and Jeff.
Did you
Nice.
just call Jeff Jake?
There you go. That's right. That's right. Well, you know, Robby, as we've been talking about some unique combinations here, we were talking about that Road to Indy series. One of the new features of the second series over our last couple of weeks has been the addition of oval tracks. And
Yeah.
I was going to get your comments on what you've seen as the drivers adapt from that transition to the road courses on the sim to the oval tracks and kind of overcoming some of the unique challenges of oval racing on the sim.
Well, it's been really interesting. Of course, we're dealing with real drivers, so these are the kids that are normally racing. Their series typically doesn't run a lot of ovals, just in how they go. So we like that this is actually helping get them training. And I gotta say, it's been really quite an interesting aspect as far as seeing them just grow, get better, and how they do.
It really has been amazing. We watched some of the practices, and as they've been learning, some of the oval tracks and some of maybe the differences in the way the cars interact with each other, in the oval setting, with cars, taking aero, off of each other in side-by-side situations or nose-to-tail, situations. So it's been interesting to kind of watch them learn those things. And sometimes in the practices, I think we've been like, oh, gee, there's a lot of spinning and kind of wrecking going on as they're exploring those limits. What's the race going to look like? But then the races have been just amazing.
Unbelievable, haven't they? Yeah, they really have. They're and what a talented group of kids, basically. I mean, they're all just super talented.
Yeah, yep, no question about it.
All of these young kids seem to be that way. So, yeah.
And I think for this 5-week season 2, you could say, of the iRacing series for Road to Indy, we've done 2 ovals now, and we're actually going to our, in week number 4, we'll be doing our second road track in this season. And I know the drivers are probably looking forward to an opportunity to do the Watkins Glen boot configuration, and that should really provide for some
Yeah, that's
awesome
gonna
racing
be,
as well.
It will be. It will be. They're really, it's fun to work with these guys. They're all really quick. They're all really, as you know, good kids and well-mannered and just super sharp. So it's really been a lot of fun. And I can't say enough about working with Frank and all the people at Ricmotech, everybody at Extreme. We're one of the only groups out there that actually has race marshals, and we have our own pace car that we implemented instead of just the iRacing pace car. So I'm really happy about our production and everything that the crew does.
And one of the things that I think has really made the race broadcasts even more interesting, especially with the oval tracks, is the way we broke up the evening and the competition into 2 20-minute races. So we have the drivers come in, they get about an hour session to practice, a brief drivers meeting, and then they get 2 laps to qualify. So the pressure is on right there from the beginning.
Yeah.
And only the top 28 of usually about 35 drivers get to go on to the actual races. And the races are 20 minutes each. So you get race number 1, usually kicks off about 7 p.m. And those drivers, those top 28 drivers will run for 20 minutes. And then we take the top 10 and invert them at the front of the field for race number 2. So really, for the fans that are watching on TV, they get 2 great races, plus the qualifying, and I think it's really turned out to be a terrific show, and it's given those drivers an opportunity. So even if they happen to be involved, say, in an early race, incident, or if they don't qualify as well as they had hoped for that first race, if they can just get to that top 10, then they're going to have an opportunity to be at the front of the field for race number 2.
Yeah, well, it's real interesting because we end up with, as you know, almost, if you've messed up and you're not racing for the win, you're definitely racing for that 10th spot, right? Because that sets you up well. Like the last race, basically the guys that started on the pole were able to capitalize on some other people's mistakes and stay, out in front. So
Absolutely.
that I think starting in front of ovals is a big help.
Yeah, it is, and it's really made the points race, for their championship interesting too. So that'll be fun to watch as we get into the final 2 weeks of that Road to Indy program. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And of course, as those drivers have now sort of shifted their attention from preparing their real live cars to preparing their sim racing rigs, it's been such a big help to have Frank and the folks there at Ricmotech available to help out those drivers and just help them, regardless of whether they were Ricmotech customers. Frank has been so great about jumping in and helping out those drivers, whether it's something as simple as, hey, can I improve my frame rates by making some graphic settings adjustments within iRacing, or when equipment needs have come up, and he's been able to get them what they need so they can come in and compete and represent their teams and their team ownership well in the series.
I agree. I think that's something that, again, with some services that our group is trying very hard to offer that we're not seeing with other groups, that being a large one. Usually when you go in and race with one of these groups, it's up to you, just like it is in real life, to have your car right. You got to have your equipment, right. And so I think with Ricmotech offering those services and helping these guys get set up, because let's face it, these are real racers. A lot of them do this for training, but not all of them are set up that way. So making that ease is amazing, as well as it really helps our broadcast and the competition. There's some of these guys that, as we've seen early on, why we did that is because sometimes some good guys get taken out over just equipment issues, and that's real sad.
Yeah, yep, that's right. Speaking of real sad, anybody not running in the 53 seconds now has got to be feeling sad, because Simon is still on the leaderboard, but he has dropped that top time to a 53.848. Just flying out there. Amazing laps.
Well, I'm in the fours, so let's just...
Yeah, I mean, Robby, great job there. That 54.7 is the seventh fastest time overall. Not too shabby. And Lonnie hanging on to that top 10 spot. She's in 10th with that 54.0. Yeah. So any drivers that want to break into the top 10, they're going to have to turn a 54 if they want to get up there. So.
Lonnie, are you on that Birch setup? If you're not, you need to be.
I think I am. Let me finish the lap and I'll check.
Elvis, meantime, hanging on to third, so he's on the podium in our extended qualifying session here, and a 54.3, just a half second off of the leader, and that is nothing to be ashamed of either. Well, that's a great lap time. Elvis, where do you feel like you found most of your time since you started out?
Hairpins, that's really it. Just open app, entries. But I feel like I found most of the time.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, unique combination out here. 20 drivers participating so far today. Still about, a little over an hour to go in this extended qualifying session before we get to the actual sort of race or competition portion today. So folks have got plenty of time still to kind of figure out this unique combination. Today we are running the Volkswagen Beetle here. And I haven't spent a lot of time on this circuit either. It's one of the new ones on iRacing, but a lot of fun. A good little driver's track here, and seems like it fits this car pretty well too.
It's going to be a blast race. There's going to be no holds barred except for the slowdowns. It's going to be fun.
I see Ken Ladd in the session. He's one of our Ricmotech Monday Night Series racers. I believe Ken has joined us in the Mazda, and I don't remember now if he was. I think he maybe is also going to be running TCR. So in the GT4 TCR Sports Car Series.
Is he?
Who is it, Jeff?
Ken Ladd. Yep, he's one of our Monday night drivers.
Fun fact, I ran against Ken in one of the Extreme 99 oval races.
Okay.
So you say Simon is from where? The Finlands?
A bunch of those guys at the top of the field are showing as their club is Scandinavia. So
Okay, well, they're rally guys.
Yep, absolutely. I bet those
That's
guys
hardcore, good
run these
rally
cars
guys.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Glad to have you guys joining us today for the Ricmotech, not Hump Day, Saturday challenge.
I'm trying to think of a pun.
Don't hurt yourself.
Okay, I'm back. What's happened?
Well, hey,
53.8. Oh, 53.6.
Oh, there it is. Look at that, a 53.666. Woo.
Wow.
Simon continuing to find time out there. Man.
I'll let the Herbie go ahead of me. Yeah, you want to go?
Clear on the left.
Hurry up, get his tail.
There you go. That's right. See if you can figure out what
I
is he
tried, but he
doing.
wouldn't budge.
Oh, I tell you what, old tire model, so he's using trick number 1 of iRacing, which is you do not scorch your tires on your outlap.
What do you mean? Oh.
Yep. Yeah, that's certainly what we do with the Mustang. When you go out for qualifying, you take it a little bit easy on that outlap and don't want any real heat in those tires because you get a really good, quick first one. Unlike the GT4 Porsche and, you know, a lot of the GT3
Yeah.
and GTE cars where you gotta have some heat because it takes a couple laps for those cars to get up to temperature and have
You
some
want to
grip.
do a burnout race. It's the
Yeah.
same thing in the trucks. You just want to do burnouts.
Well, Elvis, you know, we were talking here for a little bit about, you know, some of the fun racing that we've had with the real life racing guys from Road to Indy and from Battery Tender Mazda. But I was wondering, how about for the racing series that you compete in real life? Are you starting to see any kind of schedules coming out for when they think they might start up again?
Yeah, a little bit. Starting to see some things being put in place. Still, everything's pretty much locked down everywhere. But
Yeah,
starting to
yeah.
see some things come in place. So it's good to see happen.
Lucky Dog's
Good.
up and running again, or getting ready this month.
Well, nice. I know that they compete in a lot of SCCA events. I know in certain parts of the country, those events are getting rolling again. A few autocrosses, you know, being held for those of us who like to chase orange cones around parking lots, and a few of the road races starting to get scheduled where the tracks are open, and of course all of these organizations working on plans to make sure that they can, you know, hold these events in a way that's safe for the workers and the participants, even beyond the usual safety concerns, but to be compliant with the COVID concerns as well.
Hey, Jeff, how many laps are we doing today in the race?
Let's see here. I
12.
see he's got this set up for a 12 lapper. Yep.
It's gonna be a very short race.
Yeah, that should translate to about a 10-minute race.
That was probably a mistake on Kevin's part. I believe it was supposed to be a 20 lap race.
Ah, okay. I see. He's
I
got
don't
it
know
set
if these
for
hold 20
minutes or
laps.
12 laps.
I don't know if these hold 20 laps worth of fuel. I think these things have
That might have
super
been it. I know he was going to do some research on how much fuel the cars carry.
Oh, good point. Yes. Yep.
I think I would have had a really good lap. I was gonna be like a 1 or no.
Although a pit stop strategy might have made this an interesting race as well.
I
I
don't
think
think. Yeah,
he's canceled.
yeah, they won't service them either.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
How about that? Interesting.
Alright, well that was a wasted run. I guess that was the warm. I gotta turn force feedback down more. This is killing me. Actually, that was one thing I didn't do, was I was going to... Oh, I didn't check. I probably didn't turn my cameras on, did I? Come on, Cole. Oh, I did. Okay, everything's on. We're good. I could shut down the sim and build a Rallycross profile and probably get the best results out of my wheel. But it means compromising my stream. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
The search for speed.
This is got to be just right.
Don't follow me. I'm on that lap.
Ah, too soon. If you're not on an outlap, it doesn't matter.
Well, Shaun, as you go out to work on that configuration, what are you going to sort of use as your starting point for figuring out what you need to make it work with that particular car?
You know, I'm still trying to figure out if I like the late apex versus the hugging the inside line.
Mm-hmm.
This car
Yes.
pivots off the curbs.
Simon would not let me see.
I'll give you my setup, but I ain't giving you my line. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I haven't decided yet if I prefer hugging tight and using the curbs to turn or trying to carry a little more speed around the outside. Problem I'm having with the wide line is I can't seem to really judge the speed well enough.
Yeah.
So I find myself overshooting the corners. But that doesn't mean it's right or wrong as much as I'm just having a harder time finding that line versus the hug the inside line. Here we go. Oh,
So you were talking about going out to work on the settings that you want for your force feedback, and it's part of your goal there, obviously, to improve the feel that you're getting back, through the wheel to try to maybe judge where that line is between, the front just understeering on you and getting that nice turn in that you want.
Well, the thing about anybody who's not used an AccuForce wheel, their software is really amazing, and so if you go turn a handful of laps in a car and get a clean lap, it will actually redo the profile based on the forces. And so I have a profile for almost every type of car I drive. I just didn't have anything for Rallycross on road. So I was using a different setting, and it made my wheel feel really heavy. And I'm
Interesting. Okay. Yep.
I feel like I'm just fighting the wheel an awful lot. However, where's my new setting? Did I not create it? Ah, here it is.
That's interesting. I could go down on mine too.
Yeah, I'm wearing myself out. Plus, doing it with the IndyCar wheel.
Yeah, it's a little different. What are you using to control your stuff? That Sim Commander 4? Or what
Yeah, Sim Commander. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm on. So do you have one called Steering Feedback Foundation?
No. So you haven't done profiles for yours then, I'm guessing, Robby?
Well, I've got a deal up where I can change my thing, but as far as my mixer part, it's subdivided in all those little categories, you know what I mean?
Right. Can you see my stream? Do you have that on your computer at all?
Yes, I do. Give me half a second.
Okay.
I'm finally behind this Simon.
Because what you'll see here is I have about 20 iRacing icons. And each one's for different cars and track.
So I got 6 so far.
Okay. So yeah, so
This guy will not. He's a little dirty guy.
I just built mine for
Let's see
this. You're
All
welcome,
right.
Elvis.
I see your. Okay, you said your stream.
Oh. So I was just gonna say I have all these icons for iRacing alone. So here, down below, somewhere else are my R. Oh, it's because I'm running. It's not showing you everything.
Why don't I have you? I follow you. Where are you? On Twitch, right? Or YouTube?
No, I'm on YouTube right now.
Oh shit! Sorry.
By the way, Shaun, I see one of the notes here on YouTube. Thank you to Kenneth Jensen for the background information on some of our top time leaders here. Kenneth reports that Simon and Malte are both Danish karters. They're both 13 years old, and they're part of the RS Competition Academy. So we're glad to have those guys
Simon is?
involved. Some of our young guns here with Elvis as well, sitting at the top of the board. How about that?
Thank God for O-Strike, an old guy in the top 3 at least.
That's right.
So you
Well,
said
now,
Simon
with that group, Shaun, old guy might mean 20 and older.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I don't have my. Now I can't adjust it.
anything after puberty?
Elvis, are you still 12 or are you 13 now? Where'd he go?
He answered, but... Alright, so I see your stream.
Hold on. It looks like I just got a black screen for everybody. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Not much up there.
Alright, let's see what we've done. What has Shaun done now? Oh yeah, what's with the black screen? Interesting. Alright, then let me alt-tab. Oh, it's not doing centers. So... Oh, that's weird, because alright, hold on.
So
Display.
in my profile, I open up and I get output mixer, right? Then I have the AccuForce steering up at the top, and then I open up effects and it scrolls, you know, up a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, can you see my screen now?
Oh yeah, it must be delayed. Yes.
See all those iRacing icons?
Yep.
Each one
Same
of those.
thing I've got.
Okay, because I was gonna
Okay,
say,
so I'm in one of those.
right
And now I'm adjusting the differences within it.
on your actual settings. Gotcha,
On my
gotcha,
actual settings, on
Okay.
the effects under the mixer.
gotcha. Bear with
Right?
me. Yep, yep.
So then I've gone to something I'm finding I like. There's the game force feedback switch at the top, right?
Right.
And that one's going to, if that's on, it's taking the iRacing feedback as a base, and then this other stuff's on top of it. Fair enough?
Yeah.
At least that's what. So I've turned that off. Now I have one down at the bottom between engine RPM and road bumps called Steering Feedback Foundation. Frank tells me that that's these guys' attempt on force feedback.
Right. Okay.
Taking in consideration suspension and all that other stuff.
To be honest
So
with you, I
I've
don't remember which one I was using. Let me
I
look.
have that on, and I'm liking that more. If I turn my game force off, I turn my steering feedback foundation on, and I'm playing with the intensity on that.
Okay, I gotcha.
On this profile. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, hold on. I gotta sort a couple things here real quick, Robbie. Did Elvis
There we
mute? There, I was gonna say, did you mute yourself or did I manage to mute you?
No, I did. I
Wait.
just was focusing for a couple laps so I could pull up 53.
Your dad answered my question for you.
Oh, what? What was the question?
If you were 13 yet,
Oh, no.
so you're not even a teenager.
But our top three are all 12 and 13-year-olds.
Now, I don't
Simon, Elvis, and Malta.
understand why OBS lost iRacing. We're gonna
Nice
see.
driving, guys.
We're gonna fix this real quick.
So so you're in contact with these kids somehow?
You know, obviously that must be the difference, Shaun. It's weight.
Dude, why?
Well, these guys probably all weigh like 75 pounds, maybe.
Wet out of the shower.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. So it's an unfair advantage, really.
I agree. It's got to be something like that. Or it might go back to what my buddy said about reflexes. Damn it. That sounded like my push-up alarm. Why did it stop? I'm sorry, everyone. I'm having a little problem with... There we go. There we go. No more black screen.
So, I don't want to make you guys feel any worse, but first and second are both 13.
Yeah, we
Realize that?
we've been told.
Oof.
What setup are you on now, Elvis?
I'm on the same one.
The birch one or the
The birch one. Yeah, same
Oh.
one.
Oh, I thought you were running VRS.
Mm.
yeah. I thought you said you went to that other one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not what I
push-ups.
did my best lap on.
More push-ups.
Still or no?
No. No.
All right, now I can look at the force feedback. And I'm on a new profile. And I do not use their foundation.
Yeah, typically you don't. So try one time turning their foundation, turn the game force off, and turn theirs on.
I'll do that right now.
I've got it on about 124, still a little high. 140.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking, we're reaching just about the halfway point here of our extended qualifying session for our 12-lap race. And I see with our top 10 drivers, Robby Unser, talking about some of the young drivers here. Now, not as young as our top 3, but still, Robby doing a great job. You're still hanging on to that 10th spot at a 55.026. But Ken Ladd now has moved himself up to that 11th spot, and he's just 0.02 of a second behind Robby. So, man, the first of those drivers to break into the 54s are going to have an opportunity to move themselves into the top 10. And I would imagine with a little more practice, that's what it's going to take if you want to be in the race this evening as we continue on with our Ricmotech challenge here on Saturday. In place of our usual Wednesday Hot Lap competition, the Saturday edition, as our Wednesday nights are preempted with our Road to Indy series and our Battery Tender Mazda series that have really been a terrific opportunity to really introduce some of the real life, pro racers who, many of them, had some experience with the sims and iRacing, but I think a lot of them didn't necessarily have a lot of time, spent with the simulator and really seeing the quality of events that you can, have in the sim world, even, and the experience that you can create both for the drivers and the fans.
I agree.
I wanted to agree. I was just on a good lap, so I had to be silent for a moment.
Simon and seeing Elvis there as our podium spots there, but Brian's still doing a nice job. He's got a 54.3, so he's the fastest of our 54-second lappers. David Grenell there, a 54.4, so he's just a 10th back.
I had an
Mr.
off.
Morano, a 54.4 as well, and then Shaun hanging on to is that 7th? Yeah, 7th there with that 54.5.
I just ran a 54.1, but I must have touched something because it didn't happen.
Oh, that'd have been good for 4th. Oh,
I've had a
nice
couple
lap.
of those. I had a couple of those. I'm like, "Arr."
I'm like watching the Optimal. I'm like, this is the one, and I didn't, I didn't move on the board. I'm like, no, what?
Yeah, you can see because that little star next
Yep,
to it, Shaun.
asterisk.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So do we know how many we're taking tonight?
Yep. Robby, with their foundation feels like I have a lot of feeling of what the steering rack is doing.
Yeah.
Like when it exceeds the slip angle, I feel it just go flat real quick.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I've got to say that I have to adjust it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference in that, but so I had a hard time getting it to feel right with the game force on top of it.
Right.
So I turned the game force off and then turned that foundation up, and it just, so my problem with the game force is it's off it's hitting me. It's like there's something loose in my car. It's
Right.
choppy. Whereas with this one,
It's a little
It's
more
just-
dampened, or
it feels a little more dampened and a little bit more normal. Like the things, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Now I have to turn it down again, though.
yeah, it's
I find on the final corner I get a washout that makes it hard for me to feel the car. But other than the final corner, it feels. I like the way I can judge how quickly it's losing grip. But on the final corner, it's like hiding that. Funny enough. Oh, yeah, we're gonna slow it down. I'd like to bust a 53 now.
Sorry, Lonnie. Well, dang it. Obviously, you can roll the first part of that a little faster.
Yeah, okay. Will do.
Where are you? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Where
I'm
are
right
you?
behind you.
So the first lap, do not scrub the tire even a teeny bit. Why?
Hey, Shaun went a 1.
Nah, too much. Ah, so close, so close. We're gonna bust it. I'm gonna bust it wide open here. I'm gonna teach these kids a damn lesson.
What did you say, Shaun?
Nothing, nothing.
That you're gonna teach these kids a dang lesson? I believe
Yeah.
that's push-up. Or is that not?
The context alone might have been worth push-ups.
Oh, cool.
The curbs help to turn when you're exiting the corner, not entering. Oh, there's my off. Whoa!
Ah. And after a couple laps, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get it.
Yeah. And you really do have to take care on that out lap.
I'll go with you, Shaun. I'll drag you around this
I
place.
could probably even go a little teeny tiny lighter. We're down to 69% force feedback. Alright, let's go. Oh. Sorry, David.
When Shaun gets top time, I'm taking most of the credit.
Most of?
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Where you guys at?
Backstretch.
Saving tires. This is not Le Mans. Okay, then that was bad.
In that tight left in the middle, are you second or third?
Third. I'll tell you in a second. Oh, the left? Yeah, third. I don't think I'm dropping second anywhere.
I am. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, I went four-wheel drift there. That doesn't work. Dang it. And then I do even worse on that one. You're using second?
Yeah, and the hairpins. Gotta get
Even
the drive
left
off.
have one?
Both of them. You gotta get the drive off.
Ooh, I'm ahead of Murano. That's always an achievement in its own right there.
Oh, come on! My luck! My luck! Ugh. Jeff, do you see that? My luck, dude. My luck. Sounds about right.
Oh, that was an off track. Come on! Stupid.
Come on, Cole.
Stupid, stupid.
Come on, Cole.
I see your chrome car now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, don't disrespect it. Scrum.
It's chrome.
Scrum.
Scrome?
Scrum.
Never heard of such a thing.
You've never heard of such a thing called scro?
Nope. Am I missing something?
Don't do that.
Is this a new modern phrase?
Oh my gosh. Where have you been the last 2 hump days? When Robby's had chrome cars, I've referred to them as scrum.
Scrome cars, gotcha. They remind me of Hot Wheels.
Is it faster than the hairpin to just go straight to the apex?
That's what I've been playing with and debating. I feel like it is, but I don't know. I feel like it's because I can't.
It's more consistent.
Yeah, that's
It's
exact.
just tighter off the corner.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, our top 10 cutoff now has moved a bit. It's a 54.771 now with Kenneth Jensen sitting in that 10th spot, 54.771. So that's the new time that all the drivers that are out there running, or any of you that might jump in here in the last 50 minutes of our qualifying session. So that's the mark that you're trying to beat to make it into the top 10 for the 12-lap race. Coming up about 50 minutes from right now. Meanwhile, at the top of the order, so we still got Simon there on that top spot, 53.449. Great lap time. And then 4/10 back to Moultrie. He's got that 53.869 and 870 for Elvis. So 1/1000th separating the number 2 and number 3 spot. Great job by those guys. And
Wait, hold on.
Shaun sitting on a 54.0. So knocking on the door of those 53s. Wow.
I'm coming to steal your lunch money, kids.
There we go. That's more like it.
Uh-oh, what'd you
Oh, an 8.47. So Elvis takes off 200ths of a second, which ordinarily you'd say not that big of a deal, but but when you're only behind the second place car by 1,000th, that 200ths was
just
enough
for pride.
to move himself up to the number 2 spot. Nice.
I have to go back to my because I've changed it to the softer settings.
Come on.
Yeah, if you
Jeez.
guys run soft setting, it's much easier. What's up, Shaun?
Not much. How you doing, man?
You wanna draft?
I don't know if the draft does much.
No, you wanna guide around the racetrack? I'll be your jungle safari guide.
You'll be my Sherpa.
Well, Elvis, would you say that a key to a fast lap time is not putting the car into the tires?
Definitely. Something that I am very well experienced at doing,
Uh-huh.
but it definitely doesn't detail onto like the tire.
It is hilarious how these cars pick up that rear tire going around some of the corners.
Oh, Shaun! It is faster in the draft, by the way.
I had overheated my tires, so I figured I might as well get out of your way since you're about to be on a hot lap, yeah?
Well, go. I need to draft.
Oh, I'm on a cold tire out lap now. I hope I don't get in your way. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, if you guys run force feedback, run it on a softer setting. It's a lot easier to be much smoother in this car, I feel like. Who let the dogs out?
Cooper.
Oh, come on! iRacing! That was a 677 and didn't count. Let's go. iRacing.
You know what they say, cheaters never win.
I didn't even get an X on the lap. It was like past the line and then I got the X. And then iRacing's like, nah, you doesn't count. No, not today. I didn't even try and like cool my tires down or anything. I just went for it. And Shaun kind of screwed me up a little bit on an exit.
Oh, it's Shaun's fault. Gotcha.
Not Shaun's fault. It was iRacing's fault. No questions. But Shaun might have had a contribution. Big word.
$53.8.
Oh, wow.
There you
Nice.
go, Shaun. As again,
Now, what does that little asterisk mean next to it?
It took it though, didn't it? It gave me third. It must have taken it.
Oh, yes, it did.
I think I ran.
you got an incident and it took it?
No, I think I ran 2:53.8. I'll check in a second because I am a little
Okay.
curious.
Wow. Yeah, an 866. Yep. Oh, yeah, and then let's see here.
Jeff should be able to see my 677 that got X'd for no reason.
Thank you, Lonnie.
Yeah. Oh no, I have one of the Swedish people behind me and I'm gonna give them a draft. This is not good. Okay, when the 6 car goes top of the board, you know why.
Three drivers on 53.8s now.
Well, one of them, it would have been 2, but then I got a 56.
Amazing.
Shaun doing a lot better now.
We don't like to talk about such things.
He's actually hitting the apex better than one of the corners.
Tires are done. Alright,
That-
alright.
Where's Lonnie? P11? Oh, come on, Lonnie.
I know, I was
Jump in the
having a good
draft.
lap, but-
Up in the draft. Make sure everybody's in the top 10. Alrighty.
Robbie clinging to
Here,
number
go ahead,
9
Lonnie.
there
Go
at
follow us.
54750.
Yeah.
Alrighty, nice and smooth. Well, when Robbie needs a draft, Robbie can get a draft.
And
Well,
not sure if you heard
you're currently
PS4.
in 10th, Lonnie, because Grunel just disconnected.
We probably have about 45 minutes left.
We're just getting in there for fried.
Yep, I'm showing 40 minutes left.
40. Okay, there
Alright,
you go.
nice and close, nice and close, nice and close. Alright, let's go.
I'm on an outlap. Go ahead, Shaun.
Oh, I'm on an outlap too. I'm
I'm
just crawling.
Turned in time so far, and we're taking our top 10 into
Oh,
the
God.
lap race, and you get about 40 minutes to try to put the time in the top 10. So 54,
Jeff,
767.
stop with Jeff Virus.
Our 10th time on the board, Champ Jensen right now, the one on the bubble. So drivers, we got about 40 minutes. Trying to get at low 54 on the board.
Jeff, why every single time you talk in voice chat, it like lags out for me? I skipped twice.
Really?
Yeah, Jeff Virus confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Why, Jeff?
Jeff Virus confirmed! I
Because
said it before in the
what I'm
Extreme
saying
99
is
Sports
so
Car Classic
important.
Sprint, and I say it again. The Jeff Virus is a real cause. Don't ever join a session with Jeff Jacobs and he talks on the mic and people just disconnect like flies.
You know, if that'll work, I need to use that more often on Monday nights to
Do it to
improve my
Arrow.
finishing position.
Use it on Arrow.
Shh. Terrible lap. Started out
I
good.
mean, I
First-
think he was using it on Kevin a couple days ago.
It seemed like it. John Cole up to third, 53.866. Yeah.
Yay. I'm faster than a 13-year-old, but still slower than a
That's
12-year-old.
right. That's right.
And
well,
one 13.
one.
But we're all slower than him.
53.4. I think if I could get, I mean, my optimal doesn't say so. My optimal bitterly disagrees, but I think if I put it together, I could do a 53.4. Like I said, my optimal disagrees.
What's your optimal right now?
Optimal 53.5.
Alrighty, who needs a draft? Who needs to get into the top 10?
I need to cool down again. I just did a temp check. My house is comfortably sitting at 73 degrees, but this room is uncomfortably sitting at 79. I don't know if you guys can hear my 3D printer, but it's responsible for a fair amount of the heat.
Are you printing your trophy?
I am, actually. Well, not my trophy. I don't
Robbie,
print.
you didn't need the draft?
I don't print my
I
own
didn't know
trophies.
that was you. I thought I was following you out.
Well, then just reset. Oh,
That'd be
okay.
kind of sad. And I gave myself
I'll
this
go slow
trophy
my
for
first lap.
third place in Hot
Going
Lap
off
Hump
the
Day.
last corner, I'd have a low 4.
Nice.
Oh, don't try
nice.
and open it up a ton. Just go straight to the. Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle and just like quarter, half throttle.
I'm actually
Alrighty,
going
Monty.
to put it on
Wait
most
for me.
exciting.
Give me that juicy draft.
Oh, there's most exciting as multi-abdrupt. Making a pass on somebody there. Coming to the line with a... No time. That was Ken Ladd up on 2 wheels in front of our point season, our time leader, Simon. And the Herbie Love Bug there right behind him. Ken Ladd definitely putting it up on 2 wheels. I wonder if I'm doing that. I'm hitting a lot of curb. Most exciting jumps around a lot. Okay, I will be right back, you guys.
Hey, is Frank still with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, terrific, terrific.
Sorry, I thought I had you muted.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Well, Frank, I was going to say when, well, obviously, you know, with folks watching all of the racing on TV, with you know, NASCAR doing its own series on Fox and IndyCar and the IMSA folks, and what we've been doing with Road to Indy and Battery Tender. I assume your shop has been extremely busy. Any particular items that have really stand out as sort of being the most in demand at this point?
No, no one item in particular. It's just been everything across the board. So I'm seeing guys, customers that are just getting into sim racing and they're just looking for the basics. And then there's other guys that are you know, going for the high end, either guys that are looking to set up a nice sim for the very first time and going all out, or guys that are now dedicating more time to the sim, so they're looking to get to improve their equipment. So it's really across the board. It's not just kind of one profile in particular.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And you know, tonight's password, by the way, to get into the session was Minimite, which of course is talking about sort of this. Well, I guess it's a relatively new direct drive option that you've made available to folks.
It's well, we've had it for 3 years now.
Okay.
About 3 years that we've been doing it. But yes, it's our own combination of motor and assembly hardware that all comes together. So I know that you're using it, Robby.
Yep.
I just sent him one, and he's working on putting together some profiles for oval racing, for dirt, for sprint cars, so that we could offer that to customers as well. When they purchase our wheel, it'll be tuned. They'll have a tune ready, done by somebody who's done it in real life. So yeah, that's been very popular for us, particularly when we're putting together a high-end sim for someone. Yep.
Well, you know, you'd probably laugh, but maybe I sent you some photos. I was able to make that work as a bolt-on option, even on a desk. And
yeah, I saw you did send me. Yeah, because you're in a downtown apartment, I believe, and you don't have a lot of space. So
exactly. So you know, just having a full sort of, you know, a seated sim rig with the frame and all that kind of stuff just wasn't going to be practical. But having a great solution like this has really worked well. I just attached the Minimite, you know, onto a board, which I can then attach to the desk, and it's been a great solution. And if I ever do want to put it away, I can. But of course, I've been just finding I leave it latched to the desk all the time. So.
Yeah, because that's what you do when you're working during the day, right?
Right, exactly.
You ready for a good takeoff off the corner, Lonnie?
Okay.
And go.
Elvis has knocked off another 10th and a half. A 53.7 is his new top time, keeping him in second place there. So great run, Elvis. Nice. And Robby Unser, just knocked right outside the top 10. Robby sitting in 11th there. It now takes a 54.6 to be in the top 10. Wow. A couple more drivers have joined in here towards the end of our session. We've got 32 minutes left in qualifying. 22 drivers have turned in times so far. We're going to take our top 10 into a 12-minute race, or 12-lap race. So still some time for drivers to figure out this car and track combination. See how our Scandinavian connection is doing here. Yeah, we still got Simon in that top spot at 53.449 is the top time that everybody's gunning for. And then we got Elvis there with that 53.7. Shaun's in third with that 53.866, and Moultrie also there at that 8.69 in fourth. Fifth place for Mr. Murano there, 54.0. Those are our top 5. I know Elvis probably wants me to text Mike Dam and make sure he knows about this event so he can.
So you can beat me? I don't care. Me and Mike are good friends. This lap started really good and then it just went down the drain. It's gonna be a 9 or an 8, but that ain't good enough. Yeah, an 8. You improve, Lonnie?
Yes, so much. Thank you.
There we
Oops,
go.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's go a little more so you don't get knocked out. What do you have to get to a 3? Is that
Oh
what it is?
yeah, there's Lonnie now. Lonnie's got that 10th spot. Nice.
Oh, thank goodness.
54.5. Ha.
Oh, so maybe I get nice and close. We're just gonna sit up here and let this guy go. Right, nice and close. Go. That was a really good lap. Woo-hoo!
Well, Robby, you've had 56 laps around here. What's going to be the magic to knock off a couple more tenths?
I don't know. That's one of the
If you
guys
knew that, you'd have done it already, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Elvis has found some more time. He's down to a 53.5 now. Nice run. Simon's still sitting there about 53.386. But Elvis That's a heck of a job cutting that lead down to just not even a tenth and a half.
Alrighty, who needs draft?
I always need a draft.
Hey, don't feel bad. In the Ricmotech sports car or the classic sprint, those guys are so good. I can't get one lap without a draft. Alrighty.
Robby, where'd you go?
I'm circles.
Well, Lonnie, that 54.5 is good enough for that 10th place spot so far.
Oh
I think
gosh.
11th is
Next
the number
closest
to beat. 'Cause
driver
Grunel
is a 10th
beat,
back,
'cause Grunel
so.
left. Don't quote me on that, though. So Shaun's in, I'm in, Lonnie's in. All we need to do is get Robby in.
Of course, the problem right now is if you get Robby in, then Lonnie's out.
Yeah, so I gotta get one of them fast. But David Grunel's not in here though, I don't think, is he?
That's true. He's not in the session at the moment.
But is he retiring for the evening?
That's the question. Yeah. Well, we got about 25 minutes to find out. Oh, and Robby does it. A 54.484.
Robby!
That'll now be the 10th
Come
spot.
on!
That's just
Hold on,
impolite.
Don't give it up.
Yeah, right. It won't last long.
Oh, you just gotta stay up here, man. I'm running 9s
I'm
consistent.
trying! I got distracted.
Just reset.
I just blew it. Thanks anyways.
Oh, you're gonna get your. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Go. We're just gonna go full gates and try and chase this guy. Or at least I will.
Great. I guess I'll send it.
Full send. Oh, no,
Oh.
never mind. Cool the tires. You're nice and close. Spot. Nice and smooth.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Oh, a little deep.
Yeah, movements. Oh, Shaun, you remember in the beginning of the session something happened in the hairpin? You remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
Ooh, I was gonna. Shaun's lucky. If he would have remembered, then I would have just right hand turned him. Says I'm a nice guy. And he's P3, and
Ah,
you know I'm way faster than him right now.
way faster. Way.
When
Way.
you guys find out
Go.
if I make this race, how I'm gonna punch you guys.
Yeah, you're gonna start P1, Robby. You're gonna start P1.
Robbie's got himself a 54.3.
Uh,
Nice.
I would
to
be
eight.
worried
You're
about
gonna
these
find
stupid
out what
kids.
old salty dog is all about.
What did you
Yes,
say?
stop using your
Old
jet
age and
virus.
treachery will overcome
Yes.
youth and exuberance?
Every time.
Oh, Shaun been knocked down to fourth there. Multi managed to knock off a few tenths. He's got himself an 8:07 to grab that third spot.
That's
Optimal
not cool at
four.
all. We're gonna have to work on that. Whoop, whoop. Actually, I do want to see. Okay, so we could put that right there next to Jeff's name. I like that. Thank you, Robby. Or Randy. Sorry, Randy.
Did anybody else put in new setups?
No, I'm on the same one.
Me too.
Okay, ready? Get nice and
Which
close.
one?
Birch.
Go.
Is that better? You know, we were missing the face of Kevin. That hippie.
Aww. Just keep going. Just gonna do what
I find that doing the cold tire thing just doesn't work for me. Like, I just can't go really slow and then pick it up. I have to, like, get into that groove too soon. It doesn't work, if that makes sense.
Good Apex is online.
Herbie on crack. Yeah, that's a pretty fair assessment. I can't get this final corner.
Damn it.
Middle of the track. Ah, 3, there we go. Oh no, that was a 5-5.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, the one thing that I'm liking about this car is you can't overturn if you get tight. You just have to, like, get out of the throttle and just wait for it. Just get tight.
yeah.
Oh, he has that car, that's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, Robby's behind us. Robby, you want a hot one?
No.
Alright, what? What did I say?
Guess you have to know me, huh?
Yeah, that you're trying to follow me? Alrighty.
Oh, I seem to be getting slower now.
Come on, Cole. Go.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be in that race though, so we'll ultimately be watching it from here. Whoop,
I
whoop.
asked, but I'll back up so I can give you guys
Slow
draft.
down. You got a penalty for cutting the cord.
Yeah, this is gonna be shit.
Everybody's wide.
Track get hotter?
It seems like it, don't it?
No, it really does.
It's sitting at 76 degrees at the moment. Now, it was 87 when we first started. I haven't kept track in between on how much it's
Robby, you
varied.
slowing down for us?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
feels
well.
really slippery all of a sudden. Urgh.
Tell you what, on some of the outside shots, you could really see the marbles and dirt that have built up on off the line here.
Alright.
Where are you guys?
I'm the only one. I don't think Lonnie's with us.
What I can do, Randy, is we'll put this back. If that was a good spot, we'll put this back.
Just let me buy on the straightaway.
And then, but what I'll do for the race, so you know, because I'm hoping to be in it today. We're looking pretty good to be in the race.
Yeah, you're in good shape.
But what we'll do is we'll switch it to the standings instead. So we can
Also,
go
make
to
sure you guys
here.
put in the second lowest fuel. You can find some time in that. Car's wider.
For the race, or now?
For Q.
Dang it, too deep.
Robby, that was one of the best corners I've had all day. So I don't understand.
Yeah, it seems very slimy to me.
Blimey, it's faster.
Is it? Or it just could be that I'm getting tired.
It's faster. I'm running fast times.
It's about my nap time.
5 laps of fuel left.
Well, the sun is kind of going down as it gets into sort of late afternoon there, so I suppose in theory it should continue getting a little bit cooler.
I bet for the race. I wonder if he has it cleaning the track. If he cleans the track and it's colder, the track might get really fast for the race.
Let's see. I see race is carried over from
That was a
qualifying.
3-6
Oh,
for
okay.
you, Robby.
Good to know.
I dropped the wheel and didn't give me no clutch.
Alrighty, wait, everybody before Lonnie and Robby, before you guys go out, put in for fuel, put in 1.4 gallons.
In it to win it. That's right.
Are we sure about that? These dangerous guys are gonna destroy us.
Tire wear, man.
2 laps of fuel left.
Tire wear.
It's 12 laps.
We're gonna take the top 10.
Yeah, but the car gets slower after the second lap, it seems.
Right. I'd agree with that.
Alright, and you guys got the fuel. I'm at the end of the pit road.
Oh, come on,
I know
Cole.
that's the field quite
Cole.
Come on, Cole.
My back's tight. I might need to break for some ice cream. I was gonna do it, but then I was afraid I'd
Dude,
get more
Shaun,
tired.
Really, Shaun?
We've got a new top 3 driver. Mr. Morano has moved himself up there
Oh.
to that 3rd spot with a
Shaun's
53.7.
in fifth.
Morano's my nemesis. Damn him.
Is Lonnie in train? Are you still putting
No,
in
no,
fuel,
no.
Lonnie? Okay.
Yeah. Where?
Let us know when.
So,
Under chassis at the bottom.
oh,
Yeah, chassis at the bottom, and then 1.4.
oh yeah.
You're running like 6 gallons.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's gonna
No
be way
wonder
too
why.
much. I might have Jeff do some fuel calculations. We gotta use Jeff for something now. Come on. Alrighty, everybody
Hey,
here?
there went number 1.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be followed, so it doesn't matter.
Notice that.
Don't worry, I've tried. And why is Shaun in the train?
Me too.
Yeah, there was a whole group there.
Lonnie, why'd you let me by?
Oh, 'cause you go faster.
We need to talk about this racing concept.
I think somebody could join that.
You know what? I'm just trying to be a nice teammate.
Again, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, they're your first.
I mean, I hear the words, I'm just not making any sense.
I thought that was your first enemy,
Go.
your teammate.
Yeah, I always thought that was too. Come on, boys and girls, focus.
Oh.
Oh, everyone made a mess of that one. Oh, I am not getting the brake. What happened? I had my braking to a perfection a while ago, and now I'm just a nightmare. Psst.
Hot laps.
Psst.
54.3, the time to beat. To make it into the top 10, 54.379.
Robby, this lap's godly. Just keep it up.
Four drivers on those 54 threes. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th place.
All the way to the curving, all the way to the bottom.
See, my intention was to be number 5 because I don't know what kind of inverting shenanigans they're gonna pull on us. So 5 is safe.
There you
If
go,
they
Robin. Here
invert
we go.
10, I'm still in the middle. If they,
Yes.
you know, yeah, I think that's the right where I want to be.
Alright, Robbie's right behind you now, so.
54-0 for Robby. Yep, that's improvement there.
Alright, Lonnie, let's get you in here.
I know, I got.
You're really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bathroom. I'm gonna step away for a minute.
Alright, now we got
How
3
much
in.
time we got, Jeff?
12 minutes.
Alrighty.
I might
12
be able
minutes
to go
to
to the bathroom though.
give it everything.
Getting old.
It's a process.
Now,
Stay wide in the hairpin. We're gonna let these guys go.
I can't seem to smooth out.
Shaun, you're already P5. You're chilling.
Yeah, no, I'm concerned about the next stage. I wish that ibuprofen kicked in 12 minutes, but it takes a little longer than that.
What the heck? Alright, ready, Lonnie? Go. Nice and smooth. Start in the middle on this lap, in the middle of the final turn. All the way on the bottom to the white line. That should be a pretty good lap.
Wasn't
No? Really? What was it?
55 flat.
Oh, wow. Okay. See, now if this is Robbie, now I would throw out the opportunity of me driving down to his house and getting him a better time, but...
You hop in your little sprint car?
Where are you braking in turn 1?
just before the barrier.
Okay, there's gonna be that line on the right-hand side of the track, like there's gonna be a pavement strip.
Left
Right
side.
there. Or left side. Thanks, Shaun. It's all just about getting the exit speed, because these things have such good acceleration. Just getting
Yeah.
the exit. And there's that little green, light green piece of tarmac on the right. Start there. It's a good start point. Alright, let's go. Like this little spot, right to the curbing. We get to bite off. And now, get to the curbing, stay on the right, because then you can go flat foot through here. And then as soon as the green tarmac starts, then brake. All the way down to the white line. And then just like corner throttle it through the most of the corner. And then get on it hard.
Ah,
What was it?
55 flat.
Same
It,
thing.
it looked really clean too. I
it
was
looked
watching.
good.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
didn't
wow,
know, but it felt good.
you did everything right. I'm like, there's no critique.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
Elvis, have you tried pushing?
There we go.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Yeah,
tried bump
last
drafting
time
for
you pushed
faster
me, I was in the
laps?
fence. What's the target time?
Lonnie, it must just be getting on the gas a little
Dude, man,
earlier.
it's
I think
4-3 still is the cutoff.
I think a lot of corners you can get on the gas earlier than you are. 'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Get
try that.
pointed straighter and get on the gas. Because Elvis is almost giving up the middle, getting turned, and then
Right.
he just.
Because the
Yeah,
acceleration's so big, but if I get tight, I can't accelerate. Like, make yourself straight, and then boom, then go. It's like, have you ever done a dirt start before, like an iRacing, where you start all the way up on the top and then you straight line it? Kind of what you gotta, kind of the kind of concept for every corner.
time check, time check. 6 minutes.
Quarter throttle through here for most
I'm
of
not
the
gonna turn
corner.
off cameras and audio. Oh, my back is killing me.
And then that strip right there on the right. And start throttling up about now. Braking at that little patch on the right, nice and down to the curbing. Start throttling up.
I'm all jacked up on this lap, too.
A little bit of a low, pretty much flat out.
Oh gosh, sorry, I just got messed up.
You're all good. Let's go again. P13 on, let's see who disconnects are. Let's see who's disconnected. Who's connected? John, he's connected.
All right, drivers, we're hitting the 5-minute mark, so 5 minutes left
All right, we
Gotta
got to
be in the
get out
top
there and
10.
go.
Okay.
to participate in the race. It'll be a 12-lap race. And you got 5 more minutes to try to get yourself
How
in.
much fuel do we need for 12 laps? Has anybody looked at
I
that?
have no clue.
I think all of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think all of it or
Yeah.
something. Alright, let's go. We need to get P11. That's our target, P11.
I thought I was at 11. Did I drop?
Yep.
Oh,
13th
yeah.
at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it doesn't matter. If you just part the right way, you're going to be there at this point.
Yeah, as long as you just get into the top 10, then you're fine. What's the invert? The full field?
No,
Just top 5?
we don't know where you're going to qualify yet. No, it's, I think, 5.
Okay, I'll take my P4 starting spot.
I don't know that we're really going to have a way to do that.
No.
But we may just have to run it in the order they line them up.
Yeah.
Alright, you nice and smooth. Get on gas now. Gas. When you get on the gas, you can just slam on it. These things you don't have to like roll into it. You can just slam on it.
Okay.
But like this, some corners you have to run like part throttle for a little bit. But then as soon as like you can get onto the straightaway, you can just slam it. And that's gonna be a non-lap, so we just reset. It's not gonna count.
Oh, I got
Time.
being in the fix.
Reset, come back out. Time, Jeff. Time.
3.5 minutes.
We might have enough time for 1 more or 2 more runs. Oh wait, it's open, so all we have to do is start. We'll have enough time for 2, just get up here.
Where are you?
I'm on the track still, just come on.
Okay.
I'm in the hairpin. I'm just sitting. We're all good. Alright, let's go. Alright, nice and smooth. Through the last corner is the only corner that you have to roll, but the other corners you can just step on it.
Okay.
3 minutes left. 3 minutes in qualifying.
And step on it. Yeah, that's much better. done it. But as good as an entry as you could get to a lap. Push. Ooh. Oh, just reset. I don't want to get yet. Time.
2 minutes.
We'll have enough time for one more. 2 max. Come on. Just go. In. I'm gonna let you get nice and close so you can, or however feel comfortable back you feel, to where you can be able to get some draft, but also be able to get a good line. Whether that's right on my bumper or that's. Okay. Reset. Just reset. Time.
1 minute, like.
Yep.
Go fast. We don't have time to dilly-dally.
No dilly-dallying.
Just go.
Oh, we are under 1 minute, drivers. Under 1 minute.
We need to just get to the straight. Go. We'll have time. We'll have time. This is gonna be our last run now. So just nice and smooth. Get right up to wherever you're comfortable at. And let's go. Let's go.
Brr, brr.
Damn it,
9
I was up
seconds.
and I screwed up.
We got
5
there.
seconds. Yep, should have just
Just-
made it.
Stay in it. No matter what, just stay in it.
Alright, drivers, if you're on a qualifying lap, it should allow you to finish this one out, but then our top 10 are going to be set. Only our top 10 will take track during the race session, please. It will be a 12-lap race just for our top 10 drivers. And I believe, let me just double check here.
Oh!
Yeah, I see David.
You know what? If
Danielle,
you would have
our
just
next
waited,
place
Lonnie, to get
qualifier
it
is
straight
not
before you
in
go. I
the
notice you
session,
can't
so
go
that
while you're
means
turning on this too much.
in
Thanks,
11th
guys.
place, Kenneth Jensen.
I'm
If
sweating.
you're still here, yes, he is.
know.
He'll have an opportunity to participate as that
Tried.
test driver.
That was fun.
Great effort
Poor
by all the
Jindo.
drivers there. Congratulations to
Rest in
finding
peace, Shaun, dude. His
first
strategy
position. Our
failed.
top qualifier there led most
What's
of the
that?
session, 53
Your
through
strategy
86,
failed,
our
dude.
top
You're in P6.
qualifier.
I know.
And Kenneth Jensen, you're going to make it
What
in
strategy?
there from that 11th spot.
He wanted to
with,
start P5, so
David
you start
Grinnell
P1
not
in the race.
The session. So those will be our top 10 cars lining up here in the grid in just a minute.
There's the flag. It's over.
Oh, is it 5? I wasn't sure what the invert was. I was like, well, if they invert the whole top 10, I stay in the same spot basically. 6 works just as well if they do all 10.
They're gonna do 5.
That would be bad
Just
for
the
me.
top 10 drivers.
How much fuel? As much as we can put in there?
And Kenneth there filling in for David, gonna grab that final spot. Kenneth Jensen, you are in as well. It'll be a 12-lap race.
Yeah, all I can
Our
fit
cars
is
are
that.
good now.
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the left side.
Yeah,
Closed.
no,
Pit road is
this
closed.
obviously is just for fun, but we would appreciate clean driving out there when the race starts. Let's not be banging in to each other. Let's keep it a nice clean race. If you do see some unsportsmanlike conduct out there, we'll black flag.
Where's Shaun?
He's P6.
Who do I want to hit first? I'll give up. Let's just try to get up to Elvis.
No. Are we inverting?
I owe whoever can put a bumper to Elvis.
No, I think we need to run it just the way it is.
And that's not an
Are
easy
we-
task.
Are
No.
we inverting top 5 or what are we doing?
There's no invert.
We're
Where
not
are
gonna
you,
invert.
Elvis?
We're just gonna run it in
He's
order
second,
of
I
the
think.
order.
Yeah,
Where are
I'm
you on the grid? Are you outside front row?
Yep.
Okay, then we didn't invert any. You're on the left side?
Yup. Good luck, guys.
Is there an incident limit?
I thought this was standing start, no? Rolling?
And Callum, we're just gonna have our top 10 running, so if you would exit off the track for us, we'd appreciate that.
It's a rolling start. I see a pace car there.
Yeah, I think so. He said 1 to go, too.
Not participating, so we do have an extra spot.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
that
we
might
got
be
that,
true.
filled in there. I think number 5 is going to be moving up there to run against number 24.
So who's all around me?
That's me to your, in front of you to the left.
Ken to my very front of me. Oh,
Get
what a
ready,
time
going
for
green.
Oh, we're going green.
Box.
Okay, 1 to green means now. Oh.
Is this allowed?
There are no rules. Leader sets the race.
We're already going.
Car on, clear on the right.
Wow, I got really up on 2 wheels there.
Saw that.
Clear.
Whoa, I got really tight.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Is there an incident limit?
Nope.
These guys are fast.
How much fuel laps do you have there, Elvis?
Whoa, jeez.
Don't ask me, I'm fighting for a win here, buddy.
Slow car ahead.
Well, you're the only one I know that can actually read and drive.
Ask Shaun.
I'll check fuel. Says 10.9 laps.
We'll have just enough. That's why Kevin did it.
Clear on the left.
Oh!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
Upside down!
Oh
Stop it.
no!
Oh, no.
What happened?
Somebody clipped me.
Oh, everybody's going.
Simon and Elvis running there up front,
Great job, 10 to go.
starting lap number 3. Then we got Ken Ladd running 3rd at the moment, Sean Cole in 4th. Multi and, let's see, Brian, door to door through some of the section. Oh no, and then Brian in a spin.
Go on the
Goes
left.
first into the wall, but manages to recover. We'll see if that Hardy VW, yeah, he gets it turned around and is rolling again. Great race there.
Holy cow, these
between
guys
Shaun
this guy's fast.
And Ken Ladd for the 3rd podium spot. And Shaun running a little wide into the grass.
Right side.
Elvis just hanging on to the draft there with Simon.
Car right.
Robbie, why'd you have black flags
Go
clear?
on the left.
Because I'm an admin.
Clear.
Peter, you are cheating.
Yeah, same with that guy that bumped
4 laps in, Simon continues to lead, but Elvis keeps him within his sights. Oh, but a little deep on that corner.
Where are you guys?
Left side. Clear on the left.
I'm coming up on the Dunlop.
Oh,
And then,
I'm trying to get in his way for you.
What? Oh, for the
John and
the
Ken
9?
Ladd's battle continues. Those guys, it's nose
Yeah,
to tail for 1 and 2, and
Trying
nose
get
to
out
tail
in
for
front of
3
you
and
guys,
4.
you know?
Nah, it's fine. He's fast.
He's already stretched out 7
Malte
tenths.
is moving up on those guys. I would bet as we get into lap number 4 here, Malte has got some pace now. Seems to have gotten that number 6 car
Clear.
Dave,
really
Shaun,
rolling
third
now.
there.
He is going to close in on
Yeah.
that 3rd and 4th race between Shaun
I had a good
and
race.
Ken. We're going to keep an eye on that. And it's Jensen running 6th, but he's got Brian Ostrich in 7th, who's being challenged right now by Morano. Those two touching just a little bit in that hairpin corner. Morano backing off, just tucking in behind Brian at the moment. Oh, but he looks inside of Brian as Brian runs a little wide there. Brian controls the inside of the next corner. Great battle throughout the field, really. That is great.
Except for me, I'm all by myself in no man's land.
Yeah, we might have to blue flag Robby here in a minute.
Robbie's gonna, well, not gonna wreck Shaun since he's racing a guy I think that punted me, so. If they get to me, somebody's going for a roll.
Oh.
Come on, Robby.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you gotta
Let's
see
see.
how bent my car is. And I'm
Shaun
still-
ran a 54.4 that last lap. Ken behind him a 54.3, and what they got to be concerned about is that number 6 car with Malte running a 54.1, so he gained 3 tenths on those drivers. He's going to look. We're halfway through lap number 6 of 12, and this could end up being a 3-way battle for that final podium spot.
Tell me when you need me to move there, Shaun.
All right, you're fine.
'Cause I'm going like hell.
Simon Birch, meanwhile, finishing up lap number 6. Right now, he crosses the start-finish line, throws down a 54.249, and Elvis a 54.5. But some nice braking there into turn 1 by Elvis. Looks like he closes that gap back up there. Simon can't afford any mistakes here as Elvis just looking for an opportunity to pounce if he does. Meanwhile, yep, we've got that 3rd place battle continues. They got the lapped car of Robby Unser.
Oh shit!
Give
I was
a
gonna
bit of a
say,
draft to Shaun, who runs wide, opens the door to Ken Ladd to tuck in underneath, but Shaun's going to control the inside of that corner, and Ken Ladd is going to hang on to 4th place, just being a little bit patient back there. Probably a wise strategy with at least 5 more laps still to go. Kenneth Jensen, meanwhile, is thinking, hey, if those guys get a little racy up there, maybe I can move into the battle.
5 laps to go.
Ken making use of all of the track and some of the grass to keep the pressure on. Meanwhile, back up front, no change in the order.
Slow down.
You make
Got a penalty
mistakes.
for cutting
Working
the
on lap number 8.
side. Clear on the right.
Need him to make a big mistake for something.
Simon ran a 54.6. Elvis had a 54.4 on that last lap, so a little bit of pace there for Mr. Rankin.
I get those good laps, but then I just make a mistake on the next one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
start to see me closing up, and I get a little bit greedy, and then
Oh, Ken gets a tire off in the grass back there at the hairpin, and now that put him back a ways from Mr. Cole.
Yeah,
And
I
sure
got
enough, that
Shaun
number
back.
6 car is going to move up and steal that 4th place spot, and now he sets off to close in on this 3rd place battle. Let's see. Oh, he gets into the corner a little deep. Oh, we had a little contact there further back in the field.
Man, I would have run okay in
But
this.
we got about 3 laps to go now, working on lap number 9.
I had better pace than him that lap.
Oh no, Brian just got out of shape, and yep, accidentally got into the number 5 car there.
Boy, those guys behind us can sure get into
Fuel left. You'll need to
Right.
stop for more fuel.
Yeah, Ken and Malte now battling for 4th place. Working hard, working their tires hard. We're just gonna let, looks like gonna let Shaun maybe stretch out his lead there as he hangs on to 3rd. Meanwhile, up front,
I was
No.
just within 3/10. Dang it!
no change, but man, is it close between those two drivers.
almost out of fuel.
I'm showing
So am
about
I.
7/10.
Oh, I went
Are
off.
they going to have enough fuel to even finish the race? That's the question. They're starting lap number 11 now, down to 6/10 between Elvis and Simon. Meanwhile, Shaun's strategy might be, I'd say go to conservation mode to make sure you can get there on fuel, but I don't know if he can afford to do that with Ken and Malte battling back there, and both of those drivers have been so fast. That is a great battle for 4th.
How many laps?
Side by side around the corners.
How many laps left, Jeff?
1.5.
White flag should be this time by.
Oh, you got plenty.
I'm hearing from the drivers that they think they're good on fuel. Oh wait, Simon has ducked into the pit lane. Oh no, did he start with not enough fuel? And his
No,
Elvis...
he would barely run out. I'm in the same boat. I just
Wow,
figured I'd
white
roll the dice.
flag is out, I believe.
He might not have filled it, Elvis.
No, he filled it up all the way. Because it says 0.9 left. He's just playing it safe.
Oh no! Oh, sorry to see that. Boy, I think Simon...
So just go around and
Well,
try-
I mean, maybe with Simon being out front, you know, he was giving a bit of a draft there to Elvis. Elvis may have saved some fuel as a result, because Elvis says he thinks he has enough fuel to finish out this lap. Simon obviously didn't think that he could, so he came in. Shaun Cole, I think, inheriting that 2nd place finish, and now that battle between Malte and Ken. Ken
I would've
has
had a top 3
moved
in this
himself up.
deal.
Where I think it's going to be the 3rd
Oh,
spot.
I'm running out of gas. Come on,
Tom
baby.
says he's running out of gas.
I was already out. I'm gonna make it though.
Elvis is out of
gonna
gas,
make it,
and he's going to
do it.
coast to the finish line to take the win. Unbelievable. And Shaun is also going to coast to the finish.
Everybody's coming.
Hilarious. Okay. Malte has run out of fuel. Simon
Wow.
gets himself across. I think he may have actually pit stopped and still
Third.
finished 3rd. Because everybody else was coasting. Morano had moved himself up to 3rd, but then he was out of fuel, so Simon was able to pit and get all the way around the track to grab 3rd.
Wow.
What
Wow.
an interesting
Great.
finish.
Good race.
Wow. So Elvis, you know, probably best actually running in 2nd there in that draft, as
Where
you
did
saved just
Shaun
enough
start running out
fuel.
of fuel? Tom, where did you start running out of fuel?
Backstretch.
Yeah, I was the same spot.
That
I
was
had like a
hilarious.
backstretch and I ran. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make it.
And it went right to out. It didn't like sputter
No,
and
it didn't like sputter. It just
Oh,
went.
really?
Yeah, it just went,
Yeah.
and then the car went to neutral.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of lucky.
Wow. Well, Shaun, was that a 2nd place finish for you?
I think so. I'm still rolling.
Yeah.
I'm still rolling. I'm seeing how
Still-
far we could
still
have gone.
rolling. Yeah, yes indeed. Shaun
They went
Cole
pretty far.
in 2nd place. Simon, with the pit stop, still comes around and takes 3rd. Morano moved himself up to 4th. Brian Ostrich up to 5th. Malte, man, what a great battle between Malte and Ken Ladd. Those guys entertained us for all 10 laps before they ran out of fuel. And, man, finishing in 6th and 7th there. But what fun. What fun.
So there was
If I hadn't
one.
have got clipped, I think I'd have top 4 at least. Dang.
I
That
had
was a fun race.
one moment mid-race where I got a cutting penalty, and I had to throw an extra brake into the final hairpin. At which point it bunched up everyone behind me. That's when their battle happened, and I bled off speed like I had to, but I don't think I helped their situation any. That's what I'm getting at.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was fun. Good job, guys. Good job, Elvis.
Yeah, hey, good
Yeah,
good
good
sports
job,
by
Back-to-back
all the
boys.
drivers, and with Simon certainly put on a showcase for everybody on what that car was capable of out here. That was amazing.
Yeah, quick little kid.
Amazing. Amazing. That was fun. Good job.
Yeah,
Good job.
Scandinavia, him. Well, Kenneth Jensen, I see him a lot, right? He runs in some of our other stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we know
yeah,
Ken.
absolutely.
Yep. He's part
What
of
is it?
part of the crew.
He's in Scandinavia as well.
Well,
What is
Frank,
it?
we really appreciate you sponsoring another fun event here for the Ricmotech Challenge. Even if it's not on the official Hump Day, doing it on Saturday sure was a blast.
No problem. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was a good race.
We have a
Very
whole
good
crew
race.
from Scandinavia. Look at that.
I see that.
Every ton.
What does the division mean?
Um,
That location or what?
no, that if you're racing in open series, like if you, it's like kind of like a iRating, but more specific to the series you're in. But it doesn't apply in hosted, so everybody's Division 1. But if we were in open racing, you might see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and basically 1 is the better drivers, generally speaking.
Okay.
Faster.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say faster.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was good fun. I keep hearing that buzzer, and it makes me think I have to do push-ups.
What? My phone?
Yeah.
Is that your phone?
Awesome. Good job, you guys. Good times. Now I'm gonna go cool down and rest.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this was a sweaty one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you end up running on the? Did you turn your game force back on, or did you use the steering foundation?
I left it on foundation and turned the feedback way down.
Where were you in your intensity?
65, I think.
62 is what
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I. Yep. That's about what I like. I kind of like it better.
Yeah, for that car, perhaps. Oh, shoot.
Well, even for the Pro Mazda, when you crank that thing up to about 160, dude, it's nice. You know, for an open wheel car.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Elvis,
Alrighty.
you won again. You won again, Elvis. Well done.
Alright, that was fun, guys. Good job on
Alright.
this.
Oh, thank you. I got a little lucky on that one.
Cool. All right, you guys. I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna get out of this room,
All right.
which is 1,000 degrees.
Good.
All right.
See you guys.
Later, guys. Bye bye.
Later.
Bye.
Okay, let's get off of this. I think we did that right. All right,
Yeah.
everybody. I'm trying to.
Log off as well for the night. It was fun.
All right. Good job, Elvis. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Talk to you guys later.
All right, we got out all of that. That's gonna do it for this one. Really fun event. I'm tired. I'm hot. My dog's upset. My brother's upset. We're making too much noise. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. We'll be back for the GT1 series. I can't remember where we're at, but that's tomorrow. Whole day till then. Get out there and do some sim racing. This is Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you all on the track.